how you thought that you could live. Oops. Okay, so I'll start again. So welcome everybody, and I need to change my names. Just a second. Okay. So those of you who have written the letter to yourself in the past, very nice. If you have not, no issues. After the session, you can do that. Take your time. It's and just try um to make it time bound, because at time we tend to write a lot, and in writing a lot we sometimes miss the important details. But when we time ourselves, like we have to write in 15 minutes or 30 minutes, just time yourself 5 minutes, then we do not miss the important things, because we know that we have limited time available. So do time yourself first thing in the morning when you wake up, after your pre-breakfast. Pre-breakfast, for those who do not know, it's when we do our consultations, the first thing we advise our patients is that on empty stomach they have to take something. So whatever your routine is, uh, you can then write first thing in the morning, because at that time you are refreshed. And you do not have so much distraction around you. Otherwise, whatever suits you. But you need to be consistent. Pick a time where, every day when you're going to write. Your copy, your phone, whatever you choose to write on should be handy. You should have that beside your table when you sleep, so that in the morning you know that I have to do it. Take it as a medicine. All right. And this is the letter that you do not have to write this every day. This is just to start your journaling session. Now, complete it if you have not, and turn to the next page. And now write the second letter. A letter to myself. A letter to myself for the end of 2025. We're starting 2025, inshallah. Morning, morning scientifically, in the morning, you are in the alpha state, right? And in the morning, whatever manifestation, whatever healing energies, whatever affirmations you give to yourself, they have a more effect on you as compared to any other time. But if morning times are very hectic, maybe you have to go to your university, or it's not suitable for you, you have kids to look after, choose any other time. But morning is considered one of the best times. All right. Now you have to write a second letter, a letter to myself, then write a hyphen, end of 2025. Like, this letter should be to yourself December 2025. Like, it should be in the future tense. Like, dear Shahbano, I want you to accomplish this. For example, physical goals. Like, dear Shahbano, I want you to lose 20 kgs. Or, dear Shahbano, I want Dr. Shah's to be one of the leading holistic healthcare platforms of the world. The goal settings. Or, dear Shahbano, I want you to de-stress yourself more. Dear write yourself, write things to yourself. Dear Shahbano, I want you to do breakfast more mindfully. Small things. Dear Shahbano, I want you to set your closets properly. Write somebody's mic open, please. So write a letter to your future self by the end of 2025. How do you want yourselves to be by the end of 2025? And somebody's mic is open. If you could kindly please switch it off. So we have another 5 minutes. We're running late. We have just 10 minutes for the session. We need to end the session by 11. So just be quick so that we can come to a conclusion in the last 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to write a letter to yourself of 2025, set goals for yourself emotionally. If you are unstable at this point and you want yourself some emotional stability, if you got some major decisions to make, how you want the decisions to go, right? Just guide yourself. B, in the first letter, we were compassionate. We were um, appreciating how far we have come. In this letter, you need to be a motivator for yourself. You need to be a guide for yourself, right? You need to be a mentor for your own self, right? So let's do that. And then we'll come to the conclusion in the last 5 minutes. We're just left with uh, a minute. A few seconds left. I hope all of you have not forgotten to write inshallah to on the top of this letter. Inshallah, because everything is going to happen with Allah's will, and may all of you have a wonderful 2025. So now what we've got through this exercise, or what you're going to get when once you have done this exercise. 2025 is where you want yourself to be. This letter that you've written to yourself of by the end of 2025, how you want yourself to be, is your goals. While the letter you've written yourself of the past, of yourself in the past, is the set of achievements, the set of failures, the set of accomplishment, the set of experience. Experience is the right word. The set of experience that you have gained in life. So we're going to merge both these letters now. If you've gone through a similar situation that you're going through now and you want to change it, and you have gone through it in the past, right? You can tell yourself in the last prompt that we're going to do, how am I going to do that? Which is basically your goals, 2025 goals. How am I going to do that? Right? How am I going to make the things I've written to myself for the end of 2025 possible? So the letter you've written to yourself of the past years is going to help you. Like Shahbano, for example, I've lost 40 kgs after in my pregnancies. I could do that again, and this is how I want to do. These are the things that I've done wrong, right? This is how I'm going to do it this time, right? I'm going to, for example, for Dr. Shah's, if I want to take Dr. Shah's to a particular point, I have worked with a few organizations. So the experience that I've had, that's going to help me. If I'm not, if I'm moving on to a thing that I've never experienced, right? It's new. So most probably in the past, I've gone through something very new that I had no idea about, but I still did that, right? So your past is going to be a light of experiences, a light of how you have come this far. All of you who are taking this session, you're taking your time out, you want to work on yourself, right? You're not here for just the fun of it. Nobody wakes up on a Saturday at 10 a.m. Apart from those who want to see a positive change in themselves, apart from those who want to take their lives in their hands, right? Weekends and mornings of weekends are a time to relax, probably. You're here taking a session because you want a change. You want holistically to heal yourself. There are things in yourself that you want should not be in yourself, or there are goals that you need to accomplish, right? And for that, work needs to be put in. So for the last thing, this you can do, after the session, of course. You need to sit down. This is going to take time. Set proper goals. How you're going to be yourself, whatever goals whatever, however you want, you've written a letter to yourself, you're going to plan it out. Like, I want a particular job, for example, right? Step by step. How am I going to do that? Journaling is a lot of planning, step by step planning. When you're going to write every day, for example, you want to go to Harvard, just give me an example. So if you want to go to Harvard by the end of 2025, if you're going to write every day what you are doing to achieve the particular goal, and you have a broader roadmap written now, you know how to work accordingly. You'll have somebody mapping out the whole plan for the whole year, and that somebody is yourself, by the way, right? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to take help from both the letters you've written. And because since this was journaling made easy, if you are not able to write both the letters, you do not understand how to do that. You cannot take out goals from the future letter you have written. You cannot find guidance from your past because it was horrible. You were horrid, for example. Allah na kare. And even if you were, there were things happen, there's scars that, we never appreciate ourselves for the troubles we have put ourselves into, the evil in ourselves. Everybody everybody is not really good. None of us. We got a bad face, we got a good face. Appreciating your bad helps the light enter you, right? So take yourself as yourself, even if you don't have anything in the past to look up to, totally fine. Even though you do not have any goals for the future, totally fine. If you're able to do this exercise, brilliant. But if you're not, stop. There's no rat race. Nobody is going to grade you. Nobody is going to check what you have written. It's you, yourself, your soul, your mind, um, your divine force, universe, Allah, somebody you connect to, right? It's just in between this circle of yours, your inner circle, right? So the least you can do, paper, pencil, or a phone, just start writing. Just make your life easy by documenting your conditions at the moment, how you want your conditions to change, what can you do to change, what are your thoughts, what are your emotions. For example, you're jealous of somebody, right? Somebody, your best friend, has a beautiful house, right? A flowing income, right? Branded bag, everything. And even though you're really happy for her, you do feel a tinge of jealousy within. You're like, why she has these things? Why not me? Right? Rather than brushing your thoughts under the carpet and, like I said, turning it into a volcano, write it down so that you exactly know that you have this feeling. You exactly know that this is within you. And gradually, when you're going to keep an eye on yourself, like we do for our children or younger siblings, we keep an eye on them. And when they know, like, yeah, mom's watching, bhai's watching, brother's watching, then what happens is that gradually they try to mend themselves. You're going to see this for your own self. These small emotions, these small thoughts, these small conditions. You're in a bad health situation. You have terrible backaches. Write about that. My back is hurting me so bad. It's like daggers in my back. Right? Write about it. And gradually you try to find solutions. Okay, I tried this massage. I tried acupuncture. Today I did this. Gradually, you're going to track yourself. And when you're going to track yourself, you will see how far you have come. We do not have a yard scale to measure our progress, but our brain that somehow tends to go towards the negative more remembers everything bad that we have done to ourselves, every time we have embarrassed ourselves, every time we have performed poor, but it would never tell the silent battles we have fought with our own self. It would never tell how graceful we were when we faced threats, emotional threats, when we faced traumas, which nobody knew. It would never take us to those pages of our past, but your journal will, right? So, what you have to do, if you can follow what I did today, good. If you can track down goals for 2025, not just goals, I will do this. No, smart goals. How are you going to do this? What's your roadmap? Take help from your past. Take help from your letter to your future. Step by step guidelines. This week I'm going to do this. This month I'm going to achieve this. Sit with yourself in silence. मैं that's like me and myself. ठीक है? You be with yourself. Enjoy being alone writing. I am emphasizing myself. I'm talking about the same thing over and over again, and I'm doing it intentionally. I'm doing it because I want you to know your self worth, know that you are going to be with yourself when there's nobody with you. We came alone, we're going to go in our graves alone, and we should know how to live our life alone. Alhamdulillah for all the support. Alhamdulillah for what God's given us. But God has made me one of his best creations, right? We individually, everybody here is Ashraful Makhlukat, right? So we have the power to have the steering wheel of our life in our hands, plan accordingly, and one of the most important thing that's going to help you, guide you, um, mend your ways is writing, journaling. Write your thoughts, emotions, goals, conditions, situations. How are you going to sort a particular situation? How are you feeling? The bad feelings, the evil in you, the good in you, the best in you, the kindness you have shown to people who are not even kind, the efforts you are putting in, the progress you are doing, right? The failures you are facing, but then even you're standing back up. Encourage yourself. Be your best, cheerleader, right? I hope I've made myself clear. I'm going to share a few prompts for those who love writing, who are in the who have made a habit of writing. I'm going to share a few prompts. You could choose any one of the prompts every day. You can use AI, Google to share to ask for more journaling prompts, and you're going to love this activity, inshallah ta'ala. Our next session, inshallah, is going to be by the end of January 2025, inshallah ta'ala, last Saturday of January at 10 a.m. sharp, inshallah ta'ala. And that one is going to be about entrainment because I saw a post in the group and it was like, you didn't talk about entrainment. That's one of my speciality in which we connect the biorhythms and the circadian rhythm towards healing of chronic diseases. That's through the SWIPE program and a few other holistic integrations. So we're going to talk about that, inshallah ta'ala, in detail as promised in the next session, which shall be January, last Saturday of January at 10 a.m. sharp. And I'm going to, in the group, I'm going to ask you about how journaling helped you. Was it made easy for you? Do look into different things. And I'm here in the group. I'm going to open the group a few days, like in after 2 to 3 days, so that we have the recording there. I put the prompts there, and then it'll be open. If you've got any questions, I'm in the group. We have a few more experts there as well to help you. The support space of Dr. Shah's is a tight knitted group where we are, people who think alike. And even if we do not think alike, we want to make ourselves better. We want to work on ourselves. And together, inshallah, we are here to heal, which is the motto of Dr. Shah. So, hoping to see you again in January. Until then, take care of yourself. Khuda Hafiz, and most importantly, do remember us, Dr. Shahs, and our team in your prayers, because the things we are planning to do for that prayer is a major weapon that that's in the toolkit. So दुआओं में याद रखिएगा. Thank you so much for that. Have a nice day.